What is up, tankers? Roman Hammer coming to you. Today we're gonna be buying the Paradoxmodul crates. Um, just really doing it for the video. See what we get. I'm just gonna be buying one set of boxes. So you get 150 boxes for $152. Comes with boosters, yada yada yada. Alright, see what we get. You get a 100% chance of getting Universal Manual, Universal Guide, Universal Booklet, and up to 500,000 credits per box. Okay, 100% chance of 1 to 7 days of premium, 50% credit boosters, 50% XP booster, 200% crew XP boosters for an hour. Again, 100%, so you get all of these guaranteed in each box. And you get 20% of 5,000 to 250,000 free XP, which is a lot. I don't even know if they ever brought that much before. I've been gone from the game for a few years, so maybe in previous loot boxes, I couldn't say for sure, but that's a lot. And 20% chance of getting 250 to 500 gold. There's a couple of tanks here. So we have a tier 9 Czechoslovakian heavy tank, double barreled, SDT 58 Vlakdov. Or I'm just gonna go with how skill says it, Vlad. Alright? Tier 9 Sentinel French heavy tank. And a tier 8 Czechoslovakian tank destroyer, another Czechoslovakian tank destroyer. Alright? You get a chance of getting a couple tanks that are already here, and if you have any of the tanks, you get the gold compensation. So I already have the GST. I have the Wheezy 111, but I might have sold it, so I'm gonna double check in game real quick and repurchase it in case that drops, so I get the gold equivalent. I have the DZT. I don't have the SFAC, the 590, or obviously any of the 3 new tanks. Right? These are your bundles. We're gonna go with the 150 boxes. Alright, these are the stats that we're looking at for the tier 9 Czechoslovakian Vlad tank. 1700 base hit points, 390 alpha damage, 245, 294 penetration, 0.38 dispersion value. Hull armor is not the best. It's 180 on the front, 60 on the side. You do have some heat shields here that will help you with heat rounds. I'm not sure about penetrate, but side scraping. I have to refer to skills index page for that. Decent horsepower, 950 horsepower, 19 horsepower per ton, and 8 degrees of view range. The tier 9 French heavy tank now, 390 alpha. Penetration value is a little higher, 261, 303. Better dispersion at 0.35. This seems to be an auto loader with a 25-second reload with 2 shells in the magazine, which is not, it's not a lot, so it's not, definitely not nothing overpowered. 8 degrees gun depression, and turret armor is 250, 240, sorry. We're not looking at a super angle turret, so let's see how it performs. 8 degrees gun depression. The tier 8 Czechoslovakian tank destroyer, 390 alpha damage, mediocre compared to what we're seeing. Average penetration 252 to 294, so for a tank destroyer it has less than the French heavy tank. Dispersion 0.38 and 0.27. I honestly don't know why there's 2 dispersions. Maybe there's a sage mode involved. Armor 165, sloped hull armor, so you know it's gonna be a bit more than that. Effective armor, 8 degrees gun depression. It seems like they all have 8 degrees gun depression. Okay, so with the Vlad, the Czechoslovakian Tier 9. It has a double barrel gun, so they're saying that you can choose between single shots and salvos depending on the situation. So it's a switchable gun mode. Accuracy isn't top notch. Use your gun depression. Survivability. The turret can often block other medium standard rounds, but not those of TDs or any vehicle's special ammo. Soft turret. Upper front part of the hull is bouncy. The lower plate is vulnerable. Hide your hull. So hull down, but not hull down against most tanks because the turret is not that tough. Sentinel has high accuracy and penetration. It's a 2-shot autoloader. Intra-clip reload times is short, so it allows you to deal 780 damage in less than 3 seconds. So poke a corner, dump your clip, get back for 25 seconds. Alright, cool. Survivability, the tank's upper glacis plate can easily be penetrated, so the optimal hull down plate is the peekaboo variety, as I previously stated. The turret front has up to 250 millimeters. It's practically flat, so beware of high penetration rounds. So yep, like I said, you're not gonna bounce a lot of shots in that. SZDV-50, Czechoslovakian tank destroyer. High DPM in close and mid-range combat, so it's got high DPM. Okay. Take precision shots with the gun cooling mechanic, so it does have that, like the Japanese tank destroyers. That's why we saw that. Survivability, the frontal armor can block standard light and medium tanks, but only if you're hull down. Has a mess. Oh yeah, that is a zit of a cupola. Okay, avoid side scraping. So it's not side scraping anything. All right, the other vehicles have already been here. You also get a chance of getting 3D attachments, it seems. No, these are sold separately. All right. Let's get these boxes and get to opening them. I'm just doing one purchase and that's it, because I really, tanks are not worth it that are in the boxes. If we are being correct or accurate. Alright, there we go. Boxes are here. Let's...
Harriers, you're trapped in a time loop. Time loop. Time loop.
Fear not. There's an escape from Von Krieger's trap. To find it, you need to break the time paradox with brute force. Fight Von Krieger battle after battle to gain intel on your enemy. But beware, he's completely lost it, which makes him even more dangerous. You'll feel it for yourself when you play as Von Krieger. Earn the opportunity to drive his Waffenträger and crush an entire team of Harriers on your own. Join the Harrier Squad or play as Von Krieger. Unravel the time paradox and earn the most advanced rewards the Alliance can get you. Exclusive styles, themed decals and inscriptions, bonds and containers with other valuable items. They contain brand new vehicles. The Volkodov. It combines the versatility of a medium tank, decent armor, and a reliable gun that deals a whopping 780 HP of damage per salvo. The Sentinel, a mobile heavy with spaced armor in its turret, and a rapid 2-shell magazine. It can cause almost 800 HP of damage in just 2.5 seconds. The SZDV-VZ-50, the first tank destroyer with gun cooling. On top of that, the gun is rapid, and has good stabilization. It performs well at any distance. There are also vehicles you already know. The KPZ-3GST Term, the WZ-111 Model 6, the Rapid DZT-159, the Object 590 with improved characteristics, and the SFAC-105. If you open 49 containers and don't receive a vehicle, you're guaranteed to receive one from the next container. You'll get a vehicle you don't already own. Inside every container will also be a random prize, personal reserves, credits, crew books, days of World of Tanks premium account, or free XP. Get bundles with in-game gold for more advanced technologies, Von Kriegers as crew members, and other valuable items. Check out the store or premium shop for modules, or earn them in battles with the Waffenträger. Tame the technologies of the genius engineer, or help Von Krieger crush all resistance in his pursuit of mysterious goals.
Alright, let us start opening boxes. So, alright. I'm gonna open 5 boxes at a time. First 5 boxes I'm gonna do the animations for, and then skipping the animation for the remaining boxes. Alright, so we got 100,000 credits, 1 day of premium, boosters and booklets, 300,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 4 days of premium. Let's skip the animation and get it over with. Hold on, before I do that, let me grab that tank I was talking about out of the depot, 'cause I'm pretty sure it's in there. I don't want to end up losing gold if it rolls. Yeah, it's in there. Back to the boxes. Come on, come on, come on. Goodbye notifications, go away. Oh boy. Wow. $20 boxes to guarantee tank. Now I did see a couple of guys whilst watching Skills stream. There was one guy that bought 75 boxes and he claimed to have gotten 7 tanks. I'm not even sure that there are 7 tanks in the boxes, to be honest. What did it say? Okay, yep, 7 in total. He got all 7 tanks, as well as 100,000 free XP out of 75 boxes. Here we go. First tank. Something I don't have. It looks like the Czechoslovakian tank destroyer. first tank at 50 boxes exactly, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 50 boxes exactly. 100 boxes to go. I haven't been keeping my eye out, but I think that was the first bit of free XP that we got. Second bit, 10,000, 15,000. 20,000, 25,000. Second tank is rolling. Alright, I see double barrels. Tier 9 Czechoslovakian tank. Here we come. We have the Vlad. Now you gotta wonder if the steel ropes on the front are gonna have any effect in deterring heat rounds, or if they're just cosmetic. You got the heat shield on the side, so any tank shooting heat rounds more than likely will not do damage shooting at the side, but we'll have to find out. So we got two of the new tanks. I think we're about 35,000 XP. Well, I guess I just wasted 2 million credits. Because I don't think this tank is very different from the Wheezy 111 that I already have. Which is not that great these days. $20 boxes remaining. I don't think we're gonna get a tank that I already have in the garage. I was hoping to get the SFAC. Oh! Say its name and it shall appear. I did want the SFAC, cause that's a very, very nasty thing to sure to have. Alright. Last 5 boxes. Let's see what happens. No more tanks. That's it. 150 boxes. Back to modules. Stats. What did we get? We got 4 vehicles in total. We got 72 days of premium. 5,700 gold. 10 million credits. 90,000 free XP. So I definitely did miss a couple of free XPs when I was not paying attention. 71 crew bucks in total. And 120 personal reserves. Alright, there you go. That's all the boxes you're gonna get from me. But real quick, I will look at this tank and I want to compare it to the other tank, the other Chinese tier 8 heavy premium, because I don't think there's a lot of difference between them. Wheezy 111.6. This is the new one that we just got. I don't think it's new to the. It's not new to the game for sure. It's new to my garage. Firepower wise, so the original has better firepower for sure. Okay, the 6 has better standard penetration. A lot more standard penetration. Let me have a look at the heat rounds. The heat rounds on the 6 do 290 versus the heat rounds on the original 111, which do 250. So the 290 has lower alpha damage, higher penetration values. 6 seconds per round per minute, 6 rounds per minute gives you a little better DPM. Okay, so it's got a bit of a faster reload. There you go. 9 seconds, 0.8 over 11 seconds, 0.5 on the regular 111. More gun depression. Okay, that's useful. Same aim time. 0.1 dispersion lesser to the WZ6. Armor wise, the original has 100 more hit points. They both have the same amount of armor. Turret armor. Okay, the 6 has a lot more turret armor. That's useful, unless if it has a huge cupola. Mobility wise, what are we looking at? The original is faster. Alright, let's check out that turret, see how it looks. Believe that is in here. Armor. Alright, so we have spaced armor here. This will help with heat rounds. Okay, very good, very good. Hull is 120. The cupola is not big. It's there, but it's not the easiest shot. And your cheeks are protected from heat rounds, except these areas below where the turret ring meets and above. But you're gonna need, something with decent pen. Most tier 9s, tier 10s will be able to punch through that. Alright, let's look at that tier 9 Czechoslovakian and see if those side plates do anything whatsoever. The Vlad armor. Yep, it's spaced armor. Alright, so it's gonna help you with heat rounds. That's for sure. Alrighty, that's all and that's it. Good luck, have fun, go blow some shit up.